What is up, y'all, and welcome to another video. If it's your first time stopping by my channel, I'm Jeffro, and this is Jeffro's Fish Keeping. In today's video, I take you on a little journey to Grand Rapids, Michigan. Jeremy was good enough to get one of his buddies, Chris Carpenter, the vice president of the Grand Valley Aquarium Club, to allow me to come out and film his fish room, and that's what today's video is. Hopefully you enjoy. Alright, what do we have up here, Chris?
This one, Pseudomugil cyanodorsalis. Ted Judy gave me a bunch of eggs, and of course I gave some away. Now I'm stuck with 2 males and a female, but they're brackish water dwarf rainbow fish.
Nice.
Pretty cool fish.
Yeah.
I bought these. I made a trip to Flip Aquatics and got these
like an
orange sakura or orange pumpkin. I think I was told that Rob said that sakura actually just means orange.
Oh, I never knew that actually.
Yeah.
So are they a neocaridina then?
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah, that's what I do. Just because my water suits those better. I don't really like messing with my water.
Yeah, no doubt.
And I got some Enantiopus fry, and then some Victorians Haplochromis species KK beach fry in here. The next tank is empty. That did have some little tiger bumblebee gobies that I was working with, but they expired. This one's empty, waiting for fry. This one's got some Telmatochromis temporalis shell. Just waiting for those guys to grow out a little bit and possibly breed those. Yeah. Some little live bearers, I think, or I forget.
Maybe
Hyphen variatus.
Oh, variatus.
Platies.
Okay, yeah.
I got those because I thought they were pretty. We hosted the ALA, and that was one of the fish that I saw in the showroom that really stuck out to me. Even though, you can buy these fish at Petco, PetSmart, probably any pet store around, but hey, those guys have pretty fish too.
Yeah, they do. I'm telling you.
And here's just some more Enantiopus fry, and then same thing down here, more Enantiopus. Down here I have some more Neocardinia. These are red rillies.
Okay.
And I've got some more KK Beach and a couple Tropheus fry in there. And then over here are the Alto Lamprologus fasciatus fry. They're super tiny right now, and they grow super slow, just like all the other Alto lamps.
Alright, what do we have in here, Chris?
So this is a species that I really wanted to get for a while. I also have a fondness for gobies. So this was Rhinogobius zoai, if I'm pronouncing that right, but I was only able to get a pair, and from what I've told, it's better to have a larger group. Multiple males kind of spur the other males on to reproduce, but I do see the female get full of eggs and then she disappears and the male gets underneath the cave, and then she shows back up with her belly's no longer full, but I can never find the eggs, and I don't ever see any.
Oh boy. Kind of new at it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on, but I'll just leave them in there and see what happens. Hopefully I can find some more someday.
Awesome.
So this one's just a bit of a grow out. I've got some peacock cichlids in here. I forget which one's right off the top of my head, but I've got a lone little gold Aussie that is growing out, and of course there's plenty of poop on the ground because I've got bristlenose plecos.
Awesome.
These down here are a group that I had for a while, the Calachromis melanostigma from Lake Tanganyika. So I raised them up. I bred them multiple times, collected all fry, and then I traded them to another club member to get something just something different.
Yeah. looks like they're doing pretty good.
Yeah, turn those in for VAP next month.
Awesome. All right.
Now here's the family pet that's been here for about 15 years. So
oh yeah.
Green spotted puffer, probably a little stunted just because I didn't know what in the heck I was doing for the first few years. And he had a parasite and really neat little fish with all kinds of personality. I've only seen him puff once, and out of those 15 years, that was about a month ago, where I stuck in a siphon that had a really small hole, and he got stuck to it, and then I saw him all puffed up and freaked out and pulled him out. But all kinds of stuff with this fish. I performed dental surgery on him.
Oh my goodness.
Didn't feed him enough snails, so had to pull him out, put him in clove oil, a mixture of clove oil and water, let him flip over like he was dead, and then my wife pulled out fingernail clippers and trimmed his teeth down.
That's awesome though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely a learning experience.
Yeah.
And gives a little story.
Yeah, no kidding. Cool. I'm sure he has a name.
Chewy.
Chewy? Awesome. All right.
This one's got some shy fish. These are Telmatochromis. Oh man, I'm blanking. They're a Dontai, or species Lufubu. So these are they're not actually from Lake Tanganyika. They're from the Lufubu River just outside of Lake Tanganyika. Really cool little fish. They look a lot like some of the Riverine lamprologus that you find in West Africa.
Yep, they're peeking out of the cave there. I got one of them. Oh, there's one back there by the sponge filter.
Yeah, if they would come out, they're kind of bland, but they do have some really pretty orange to most of their fins.
Very nice.
My wife says I like all the silver fish, which is somewhat true, but I like fish for their personality, not always just the color.
Right. All right. Got some active ones down here.
Yeah, so these I just got a few weeks back. I won at our club picnic. So if you got a local club near you, I definitely join, because stuff like this, I got 3 of these for free, which
nice.
These are a fish that run about $30 a piece, so $90 for free, just because my club's awesome.
Nice.
These are Lamprologus caliurus I think these are from Megara. So I've had caliurus in the past, but these are a different morph of that fish. There's a couple different morphs, and this one I've never had. I really want it. So the males are going to get probably about 4 to 5 inches, where the females stay 2. Right now they're a little young, and nobody's really showing any types of being able to sex them out, but I'm hoping for the best. And then there's a couple left over. These were Lamprologus leilaupi, not leilupi. There's another one called leilaupi that's a lot like Cautopunctatus, but I sold the adults and sold all the babies, but a couple stragglers. I'm trying to get those to the guy that I sold the other ones to.
All right, what do we got over here, Chris?
So this is kind of a hodgepodge of stuff. I've got a bunch of Malawi shell dwellers in here. So there's one known shell dweller from Lake Malawi. They don't really use the shells like the shellies from Lake Tanganyika. They're a mouth brooder like all fish in Lake Malawi. But I've also got somewhere in here there's a trio of Haplochromis KK Beach. The male's back there hiding out, and I've got a reverse trio of Lamprologus calypterus, which is a really cool shelly. But I did have a larger group. I've been giving those away when I go and give a talk somewhere. I'll give a pair I'll just donate it to the club because it's not one that you see around a whole heck of a lot. So,
right.
And it's really unique in that the males are really large and the females are small.
Nice.
And then there's a jerky pair of Tropheus in here, which I would normally never keep them as a pair, but there was a guy getting out of the hobby and he said, hey, I got these. He actually gave me 4, and there were 4 in here, and the one male is just tearing everybody apart. So now I have 2 over in this tank, 2 in this tank, and then he's left with the female, who's now hiding in this tube.
Oh. Cool. It's definitely a nice looking tank. I like it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So we got anything down here?
There's 6 Alto Lamprologus calvus. They're, I think, white Chitika. So they're a little shy, but this is where I had the Calachromis that I swapped out. I traded them for these calvus, and I've had calvus multiple times in the past, but because they grow so stinking slow, I never held on to them long enough to try to get any breeding attempts going. So this time I'm committed to keeping these guys.
Nice.
And it'll probably be a few years. My kids will be in college by that point. But
Yeah. So what do we got over here? A couple of long...
so this one's my 2 biggest tanks, 125 gallon right now. I've got Tropheus species black from Ratunga. They're also known as the red saddle. Really neat little fish. I saw Pam Chin's talk at the ACA convention a few years back, and that inspired me to get back to keeping some Tropheus, but to do them properly. I've kept them multiple times in the past, but I never did it. There were certain things that she mentioned that I thought, yeah, that really makes a lot of sense. One of them, keeping them in a tank of 5 to 6 feet so that the aggression can, if a male, she mentioned something about like a 5-foot chase. So after about 5 feet, they just lose the desire to chase that same fish again.
Awesome.
So she mentioned that, and then I'm also keeping them as a species only for the most part. I did throw in there's a Goby cichlid in there, Erymotus cyanosticus. He's one left over that I had from some fry, and he escaped the net, so I just threw him in there to do his thing.
Seems like he's doing all right.
Yeah, they're a good tank mate for them because they share the same diet.
Right.
With Tropheus being strict vegetarians.
Right. Cool. All right.
I'm just waiting for these guys to grow out and really get going. This is one that I plan on keeping long term.
Yeah, it's a very nice fish. They look great in that tank. All right, so what do we got down here?
So down here, one of my favorite tanks that I've probably ever had going, and the beauty to this one is that, so I've got 2 species of fish in here that both can breed and both can raise multiple generations of fry, and neither fish, they don't mess with their own fry, and the other fish doesn't go after their fry. So
nice.
I've got Lamprologus similis on the bottom, and I've got 3 different breeding pairs, and they both have multiple generations of fry. And then Cyprichromis leptozoma from Mpulungu up top. And you can see all kinds of little babies in there. Just a really pretty no-nonsense tank for me. If I want to sell babies, I just come here and pull them out. I don't have to have, one for a grow-out tank for similis, a grow-out tank for Cyprichromis. This is my grow-out tank and my breeding tank.
Very nice. That's a great thing,
Yeah, I love it.
Makes it so much easier. Takes up a lot less room that way.
For sure. And it's neat to see all the multiple generations.
Yeah, and you were showing me earlier, explain how the two different dominant males in here kind of stay to their own side.
Oh yeah, so one of the cool things with Cyprichromis, the majority of them will have two different types of males, even though they're from the same collection point. So you get the yellowtail males and the bluetail males. And these guys have like an imaginary line that runs right down the center of this tank, where the yellowtail male has that half, the bluetail male has this half, and they'll even meet in the middle and flash at each other.
Very awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks for showing me your fish room, man. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, right on.
All right. So what'd you guys think? You know, Chris Carpenter is an awesome dude. This guy made me feel right at home. You know, on short notice, Jeremy asked him to see if we could come over and film his fish room, and he was all about it. The guy was naming off all these people that he's got coming in to speak at their monthly fish club meetings next year. And the names on that list are amazing. One of the names that popped out at me was Dan's Fish. And I don't know if you guys are subscribed to Dan's Fish, but Dan is an awesome dude. And this Chris Carpenter, you know, he's the one that puts all this together. And I really enjoyed the experience. I really enjoyed his fish room. Hopefully I did it justice. If it is your first time stopping by my channel, make sure and hit that subscribe button. And while you're at it, don't forget to hit that post notification bell so you don't miss out on any one of my videos. Right now I'm uploading videos every Monday and Thursday, and I also live stream every Wednesday and Saturday night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks for coming along on this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. And we'll catch you on the next one. Peace out, y'all.